All right, so I am Drew Didle, and this is my YouTube channel. I've had a couple seasons already where I did things like playing a song or talking with people. I did what I called a season, talking with friends of mine about holistic health things. For example, I talked with my friend C-Star and with my friend Marta, who's an IFS therapist, and with there were several interviews that you can find on this channel from a couple years ago. But I am in a place to start recording songs again. And by recording songs, I mean playing them for this video recording and putting it either on the little Leaf Instagram page or on the YouTube channel. So I'm just one person, Drew Didle, but I have a lot of personas as a musician and a performer, as an event host, as a medical doctor, as a community member. You know, there's so many different ways of relating to people. So I make different kinds of art. I play music. I make these videos. I use Instagram and Facebook as a platform to share with my audience, with my friends, with my community, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to contribute, the ways that I'm trying to host events, the ways I'm trying to participate in events. And so Minneapolis has like a really vibrant arts and creative community with a lot of people who do meditative practices and do sound healing and do songs and do all these different elements that contribute to a really rich community here. So what I'm saying is I'm playing some part in it by making this video, and you're playing another part in it by watching. So the two sides of the artistic equation are like creating something and then sort of receiving or perceiving something. So just wanted to share a little bit of banter, I guess, to start this video off before a song. And I haven't picked a song yet, but I'm at my home in Golden Valley, Minnesota, where I've been having events, and we had a song circle here in the backyard last night led by Be Love and Mammoth, and my friends C-Star and Portia also led some songs. It was really beautiful. Maybe you have seen some of the pictures on Instagram or Facebook, and maybe not. And if you're local, and you want to be part of community more and more, like I am using these channels, Instagram and Facebook, in order to draw some more support in from the right kinds of people who are interested in the same kinds of events. Usually focused on music, focused on supporting each other, enjoying life, processing, feeling our feelings all the way up and down. And in a way, that's kind of what music helps me to do. Whether it's like a sad song, whether it's like a celebration song. I've played a lot of different songs over the years, like songwriters from Laurel Canyon, indie songwriters that I knew, maybe, or folk singers, Pete Seeger. I love John Denver, and so learning like more of his style, like more folksy. Folk songs were like easier to play when I was like first learning how to play guitar and piano. But over time, I'm interested in other types of things and say, okay, like how do you make pop sound that way, or how do you make what makes rock like, you need like drums and bass, or versus like, when you think of like cinema music, or even like opera or musical theater, it's like this is like really highly developed, and there's like so many people involved in contributing to those sounds when you have like the whole orchestra, and you have the whole audience of a movie theater for like a major motion picture. Anyways, it's just like sort of a matching level of like amount of information. There's just like a lot of individual components that all go together into creating these like really powerful pieces of art. And so anyways, I've been thinking about things like this, like the artistic process, and what does it mean to be creating? What does it mean to be creating music versus, creating a painting, or using words to tell a story, write poetry. You know, there's 1,000 different ways to be creative. Some people, they're creative in how they, you know, plant a garden, or how they prepare a salad, or, you know, maybe like knitting, or like repairing clothes, or in some ways just like being kind of grounded in the world. Maybe they like raise pets, you know, they train dogs, or they like, you know, have farm animals, and they take care of farm animals. And so like their daily, you know, mindfulness routine involves like, you know, milking the goat, or collecting the eggs from the chickens, or letting them out, or bringing them back in. And so anyways, like people who kind of engage with that lifestyle get to experience something that's really different. And those, you know, that comes from the creative, that comes from creativity, I think. And so anyways, I just am really, as a person with a background in the medical system, who's in, you know, set out to like learn about healing, I really have found like creativity is such a big part of connecting with healing. You know, often for people who maybe feel like they're stuck, or they're not able to try new things, there's not a lot of creative juice there. But, you know, whether it's like through movement, or whether it's through singing, sometimes something brings the energy back in. Anyways, that's how I think about these kinds of things. And so I have continued exploring different styles, and even like getting into Disney, you know, which is, you know, at a time I just felt like it's silly to play kids songs or whatever, or like, I don't know, it's like uncool or something to even practice them or to play them. But they are familiar. They're like from my own childhood, and some of the newer ones are like for a lot of kids today, it's like the songs they're hearing. So a lot of intention went into writing these things, and they're good. I mean, it's actually like musically it's good. It's just like somehow in my mind, because it's like made for kids, it seems like, oh, it's less than like something that's made for adults. But you know, I think people relate to these songs, they like them. So I'm gonna sing this one from Mulan, and then I'm gonna end the video for now, but hope to be posting, I don't know, something like maybe somewhere between once a month, and I'll say between once a week and once a quarter, somewhere in the combination there. And we'll see how things evolve. Thanks for listening. Oh, and Oscar likes to sing. Oh, Oscar, look at me. You may think you see who I really am, but you'll never know me every day. It's as if I play a part. Thanks again for listening. Until next time.